going on, guys? Before we start today's video, talking about is Gregg Popovich going to retire? I personally believe he doesn't, because it's been repeatedly said that this new group of players has reinvigorated him, has given him new youth, because as it's said in the past with Duncan and Ginobili, those guys went autopilot. They already knew what to do, and obviously that probably dissuaded him from wanting to coach more. But with all these young guys now, they need his coaching, okay? And they're listening to his coaching, and he's seeing those results play out, so that definitely makes him feel great. And this is a guy who doesn't need the money. He has a net worth of $120 million, and he's making about $11 million a year. And he's the all-time winningest coach in basketball history. The man's been coaching basketball in the NBA since 1988, and he's been a head coach since '96, okay? And 26 seasons in the league. Going strong. I know Gregg Popovich is getting up there in age, okay? He's 73. And the reason I wanted to make this video was due to the fact that Gregg Popovich retiring is something I don't think is going to happen this season. If it did happen anytime soon, it would be next season, just because I feel like he knows his team's right on the cusp of being back in the playoffs. And I think he wants to see it through them making to the playoffs before handing it off to one of his other guys. That's personally my thoughts. And when you look at the San Antonio Spurs, everyone was like, it's going to be Becky Hammon who's going to replace him. And the reason why I think Becky Hammon left to go coach the Las Vegas Aces, besides the money, is because she realized she wasn't going to get a head coaching job anytime soon. Even if she was in place to take the job, she must have known that Gregg wasn't going to retire anytime soon. Either way, Gregg Popovich has not announced, what the current situation, if he's going to come back next season. But if we look right now at the assistant coaches, you got the shooting coach God and Chip Engelland, who's an American-Filipino coach, and he's been on the Spurs' coaching staff since 2005, okay? Then you have Matthew Nielsen, who is the Australian-born, and he's been on the coaching staff since this year, but he's coached as an assistant for the Perth Wildcats, then came over, coached as an assistant for the Austin Spurs for a year, then became the head coach for a year, and then moved to the bench last year. And then there's Darius Songalia, who is a Lithuanian former basketball coach who actually became an assistant coach about in 2020, so 2 years ago almost. So, and then there's Mitch Johnson, which I don't know much about. So, and there's Will Hardy as well. Will Hardy's pretty cool. I actually really do like. What happened to Will Hardy? Is Will Hardy not I guess Will Hardy must have left. But either way, this is something that I think, if you look at it, is our man going to continue playing or continue coaching? I think so. I don't think he's going to retire anytime soon. I think he's still a good player. Not a good player, good coach, and he has good players on there. Why am I calling Gregg Popovich a player? But yeah, I don't think he's going to retire anytime soon. Because why? Okay? And I don't think there is. There was in the beginning of the year, they said there was a growing belief, but I don't believe it. And that's my thoughts. So let me hear your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. If you guys are on the same page as me, I don't think he's going to retire. But I just found an article saying Gregg Popovich's retirement, decision. So maybe it is true. Maybe he is going to make a decision that we don't expect, But hey, I think I'm going to be wrong, and he's not going to be a part of it. So that's where I think, okay? So let me hear the thoughts.